Yo, what is up guys, MeclubPlays here, and welcome back to the 5th episode of the Tarkov Breakdown series. Today I got a clip against a 3-man squad on Interchange, and a 4-man squad on Shoreline. Also, we're going to be using a budget AK build today, created by the YouTuber and Twitch streamer named Tweak. I'll put his Twitch channel and the link to the YouTube video where he created this gun and 2 other good AK builds in the description. So, without further ado, let's get into this thing. Before we head into the first clip, I just want to say that on Interchange, probably the most dangerous part of Interchange is getting inside the mall. There's a lot of close player spawns outside that you can run into, and also when people do get inside the mall, sometimes they like to camp the entrances, waiting for those players that are taking a little bit longer to get in. So your first goal on Interchange should always be getting inside. So I see a player running inside, and I take a few shots at him. Unfortunately, they weren't fatal shots, and then a scab starts shooting me from behind. At this point, I just have to get cover and just say screw it, I'm not going to worry about the scav and just worry about the player. Unfortunately, I turn this corner, I see him, we trade, he almost kills me to be fair, but I end up getting the kill on him. He was using BT rounds, which is very fortunate for my face shield that ended up having a crack in it now. And it was a good fight, GG's to him. He was wearing a killer vest, so even with the BT rounds I am using, they can still go through class 5 armor with a few shots. But anyway, let's get into this 3- and 4-man squad. So now we're finally in the mall and we came through the main entrance. When you come through the main entrance and head up the escalators or the stairs, you have to watch out for Killa, because he can have a spawn in the first store on your left, which is called the Viking store, I believe. If he spawns there, he has a chance of basically just shooting your head off right when you get up the stairs and you can see him. So watch out for that. But I end up going into the National Store, which is a store I really like to go into if I'm coming through the main entrance. Mainly because it's a big store with a lot of cover and you can hear a lot of things around you. So I start walking really slow because I believe I hear players outside of Brutal or inside Brutal. So I'm taking it pretty slow here. I'm making sure they don't hear me. And I'm going to creep into this store and try to catch one of them off guard. I know there's more than one because of the footsteps. So I'm just playing super carefully, waiting for one of them to come through this corner. And fortunately, one does. So after getting this first kill, I realized that there's got to be at least one more because I still hear footsteps inside Brutal. So instead of peeking the same corner that I killed that guy from, I decide to go left a little bit and peek around a different corner, throwing his teammate off. So after getting this second kill, now I'm only worried about is if there's a 3rd, 4th, or a 5th squad member. Remember the first rule of Tarkov, there's always one more. I do end up hearing footsteps outside of APC or generic, whatever you want to call it, so I end up taking this a little bit slowly. Now, if I was wearing my class 5 body armor or an M4, I'd probably push stupid aggressively just trying to kill him because it's more fun that way. But since I'm using a budget gun with budget rounds and only level 4 armor, I decide to play a little bit smarter and just wait for him to come to me. He knows where I'm at. He knows I'm in this store, and I have a generally good idea where he is. I know he's outside generic, but I don't know for sure. He could just be holding an angle. The key thing is I don't know. So I end up just waiting here, holding this angle, and waiting for him to push me. So this angle that I'm waiting for this guy at is probably the best place I could have been, mainly because I'm actually able to see his foot and leg before he even peeks me, removing any peeker's advantage he would have had. So with this 3-man squad dead, let's head over to Shoreline. And also just, you don't have to worry about that spray into the wall. I thought it was a person. I don't want to talk about it, you know, and I don't want to talk about it. So here we are on Shoreline against this 4-man squad. I'm coming from the east side of the resort and I'm heading into the west, and I hear someone above me. Most likely in room 301, considering it's a key room with an LEDX spawn. So me realizing this, I know I have to take this a little bit slowly because of my gun and because I hear more than one. So I'm just going to listen out, and I'm actually going to let you guys watch the entire clip, and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
am I hearing?
Fuck me. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, but now let's go back and talk about it. So like I said before, I hear at least 2 guys around me. I end up thinking I'm hearing more. I'm thinking it might be even a scav army. I'm not sure. I heard a lot of footsteps. But anyway, I decided to push up super slowly because I kind of hear them start falling. So that's why I follow this guy downstairs, and I kind of lose him for a second. So I'm turning around here, and I see 3 guys, which scared the living hell out of me. So now the first thing I have to do is pick which target do I shoot. Do I shoot the guy closest to me, the guy middle, or the guy in the back? Realistically, I'm not sure what I should have done. I think shooting the guy to the right looking at me would have been a little bit safer. But you have to remember, they're in a squad. They have to communicate so much stuff with each other. He probably thought I was friendly until I started shooting. So I think I end up choosing the right targets here, choosing the 2 targets in front of me that are easiest to kill, and then the third one being the hardest to kill. So after killing the first 2 guys, I have to get out and reload. So I go down this corridor a little bit and lose line of sight of them, so I'm able to reload my gun without worrying if they're going to push me. So look on how I'm throwing the grenade right here. I'm making sure to position myself so I'm light of sighting the 4th guy down the hallway. So the only person that's able to peek me and look at my position is the person in this room. I don't have to worry about their 4th. The reason why I'm holding this angle instead of the guy in the room to my right is mostly because I know I heard him with either the grenade, or I know I definitely heard him with the bullets that I shot into him when I first dropped down that hole. So I'm thinking that maybe he's going to be healing instead of pushing me, so that's why I'm holding this angle instead. Also, I know my flicks to the right are a lot better than my flicks to my left, so that's why I'm more comfortable holding an angle while I can flick my mouse to the right instead of the left. Right after deleting this 3rd guy with a headshot, I go right back to holding that angle on the 4th person. And after realizing that he's not going to push, I decide to be a little bit more aggressive and start throwing some top tier, best Tarkov nades that you'll ever see. So, even though they didn't land, I'm sure they intimidated him, which allowed me to go and push and get a nice easy kill. And also take note on how I peek that angle. I don't just stand in the doorway after I peek. I shoot, I get some cover, let him miss a Mosin shot, and then come back and finish him off, allowing for an easy 4-man squad wipe and getting some awesome loot.
Oh, fuck, there we go. That's how you drop down on a 4-man? Fuck.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the 5th episode of my breakdown series. I just got a bonus clip here for you guys where I take down 2 thermals guys, 1 guy with a headshot right there, and the 2nd guy I just end up rushing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the bonus clip and this episode, and I'll catch you guys next time. Should I just run over there?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to. I think it's the play.
Where are these shots coming from?
In Africa. It's alright. I'm gonna run over there. I'm gonna get my well-deserved loot. Forehead. Take a run! We're running. We're running. In the bag, we're running. Alright, I'm under the sniper tower. There's a second guy up here. He's gonna have to feel the wrath of killing me. Oh, yeah. Get fucking demolished! He's dead.